You know that friend who always cancels plans? The one who's suddenly tired again, busy again, maybe next time. We joke about them. We call them boring, unreliable, antisocial. But here's the truth most people miss. That friend isn't avoiding life. They're protecting something. And if you're someone who genuinely feels more relief at the idea of a quiet Friday night at home than a loud night out, this video is about you. Today, we're breaking down the psychology of people who love staying at home, not as a weakness, but as a deeply misunderstood trait. From the outside, society labels these people as lazy or disconnected, but psychology tells a very different story. Extroverts recharge by being around people. Noise, movement, constant interaction actually gives them energy, but introverts and people who prefer staying at home work the opposite way. Every conversation, every outing, even the fun ones, slowly drains their mental battery. And home isn't an escape. It's the charger. It's the only place where their nervous system can finally breathe. Psychologists call this optimal arousal theory. Some nervous systems need high stimulation to feel alive. Others function best with less. It's not fear. It's not antisocial behavior. It's biology. When someone loves staying at home, it often means their brain is wired to feel calm and focused in low-stimulation environments. Silence isn't empty to them. It's restorative. But there's more going on than just introversion. For many people, staying at home is about control. Out in the world, everything is unpredictable. Loud strangers, forced conversations, last-minute changes, smiling through small talk that feels meaningless. At home, you choose the lighting, the sounds, the pace. For people with anxiety or high sensitivity, that control isn't comfort. It's survival. Their nervous system finally gets a sense of safety. Here's something most people don't expect. Research shows that people who enjoy solitude are often more creative, more reflective, and better problem solvers. Staying home doesn't mean doing nothing. It's where ideas form. It's where emotions get processed. Not in crowded rooms, but in quiet moments. Late at night, when the mind finally slows down enough to think deeply. And yet, society constantly pushes the opposite message. Be social, be visible, be out there. The influencers, the parties, the live your best life culture. But what if your best life looks different? What if it's a documentary, warm food, and zero obligations? That's not sadness. That's self-awareness. Still, there's an important distinction that needs to be made. Some people stay home because it nourishes them. Others stay home because leaving feels too heavy. Social anxiety, unresolved trauma, depression can turn home into both a refuge and a cage. That's why the real question isn't whether you stay home. It's why. Does staying home refill you, or does the outside world feel overwhelming? One is peace. The other is hiding. But for people who truly love staying at home, they're not missing out on life. They're experiencing it differently. They notice small rituals most people rush past. The morning coffee. The favorite spot on the couch. The way sunlight hits the room in the evening. These moments may look ordinary, but for them, they're deeply satisfying. Psychologists call this low-stimulation preference. These people don't need constant excitement because their inner world is already rich. They don't chase noise. They value depth. So if you're someone who turns down invitations without guilt, who feels genuinely content spending time alone, who prefers comfort shows over crowded memories, you're not broken. You're wired for peace over performance. So tell me, do you love staying at home? Or do you think society has convinced us that quiet equals failure? And if you want to understand the psychology most people never hear about themselves, the next video will hit closer than you expect. Watch it. You'll understand why.